Have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 12th of November 2023. This day is celebrated as World Pneumonia Day, whose aim is to raise awareness about the pneumonia and its prevention. This is considered the world's leading infection disease, with children under the age of 5 being the most affected. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, the Hindu states that United Arab Emirates plans to maintain ties with Israel despite Gaza outcry report. In response to request for a comment for this story, an Emirati official said that United Arab Emirates' immediate priority was to secure a ceasefire and to open up humanitarian corridors. Anwar Gargash, a diplomatic advisor of United Arab Emirates president. The Hindu newspaper also states that Ireland declared a state of emergency after a series of powerful earthquake rocked Jane's Peninsula. An Icelandic tower near the capital Reykjavik and home to some 4,000 people was evacuated one night after the hundreds of tremors caused fear of a volcanic eruption, authorities said November 11. Iceland has 33 active volcanic systems, the highest number in the Europe. The Hindu newspaper also states that Israel Hamas War Day 36 updates. Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu rejects growing calls for ceasefire. This is a handout picture of province by the Palestinian press office on November 11, 2023, in which all are here. More than 1 lakh Palestinians have fled south over the past 2 days, according to Israel, but they still face bombardment and dire conditions. Israel is facing mounting international pressure, including from its main ally, the United States, to do more to protect Palestinian civilians in Gaza as the death toll rises and fighting intensifies between Israeli forces and Hamas militants near and around hospitals. According to the Indian Express newspaper states that India-China ground commanders hold talks as troops brace for Ladakh winter. Army has started moving troops for winter posture, readjusting deployment. More such meetings are likely to take place over the next few weeks. Indian Express also states that 3 tourists from Bangladesh died as fire guts houseboats in Srinagar's Dal Lake. The fire is believed to have begun in one houseboat before it engulfed surrounding both houseboats as well. The cause of fire has not yet to be established. Kashmiris salvage items after a fire gutted several houseboats early morning in the interiors of Dal Lake on the outskirts of Srinagar, Kashmir, Saturday on November 11. Indian Express also states that Uttarakhand Special Assembly session on Uniform Civil Code after Diwali, marriageable age for women to be kept at 18 years. Live in relationships must be registered. Equal rights for the daughters in ancestral property. No specific measure for the population control. The Uttarakhand government convenes a special session of its legislative assembly in the week immediately after Diwali to discuss and pass the Uniform Civil Code bill. The report is learnt has placed emphasis on gender equality and equal rights for daughters in ancestral properties. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Gauhati University introduces menstruational leave for girl students. It's a very good step. The Gauhati University in Assam has introduced menstrual leave for girl students with a 2% relaxation in minimum class attendance, according to a new notification. The Gauhati University said the decision will spread a positive message regarding the menstrual health. And sometimes also stated that External Affairs Minister Jaishankar to visit Uttarakhand during November 11 to 15 amid protected negotiations on FTA. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will visit the United Kingdom during the November 11-15 for meetings with the British leadership to take forward bilateral ties. Hence, the Times also states that Supreme Court to amend term sex worker in handbook on gender stereotypes. A group of anti-trafficking NGOs wrote a Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud that using the word sex worker for words like hook and prostitute may end up promoting another set of gender stereotypes. The Supreme Court has decided to replace the term sex worker in its handbook on gender stereotypes with a trafficked victim, survivor, or a woman engaged in a commercial sexual activity or a woman forced into the commercial sexual exploitation. After a group of anti-trafficking and NGOs wrote Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud that using the word sex worker for words like hook and prostitute may end up promoting another set of gender stereotype. People familiar with the matter said. What was the economy of the country from the business point of view? To create a circular economy, PLI for recycling needed alongside scheme for battery manufacturing. Etiro Recycling CEO in an interaction with the Agam Walia Gupta highlighted the need for incentives for the recycling industry and dismissed the South Korea's concern pertaining to BWMR 2022 raised at World Trade Organization. Nitin Gupta, CEO of Noida-based Etiro Recycling, sees immense potential for growth in the lithium-ion battery recycling space in the coming years, especially with the notification of the Central Batteries Waste Ethereum's lithium-ion battery recycling facility in Roorkee. Ranjan Pai buys out Davidson Kempner, debut in trouble by Jews. According to the industry resources, Pai will get a seat on the board of Akash Educational Services, which is Baiju's largest asset. Pai will get a seat on the board of Akash, Baiju's largest asset. From the world news, Gaza's main hospital goes dark in the intense fighting as Israeli attacks put in at odds with the allies. 6 men saw shot dead in gang violence in the Canada's Edmonton. Life in Gaza, steep privation, rationing, and desperate fear. Vivek Ramaswamy's approach in the business and politics is the same: confidence no matter the scenario. Pakistan court orders return of ex-Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's seized property assets. Iceland's Blue Lagoon spark closes temporarily as earthquake put area on alert for volcanic eruption. When was science and technology galaxy like Milky Way detected in early universe could challenge our cosmic knowledge? Scientists have discovered a galaxy with a bar in the early universe. This could mean that they will have to rewrite their understanding of how galaxies develop. Until recently, it was believed that bare spiral galaxies like the Milky Way cannot be observed before the universe reached half of its current age of 13.8 billion years, but now scientists have used the James Webb Space Artistic presentation of Galaxy Series 2112. Apple's iOS 17.2 hints at a feature to sideload application from outside application store. Analysis of iOS 17.2 beta by 9 to 5 Mac reveals that Apple might start allowing users to sideload applications from outside the App Store, which the European Union's Digital Market Act demands. It is not clear when or indeed whether Apple will start allowing users to bypass the application store. From the artificial intelligence, this technique applies to 5,000 jobs. Using artificial intelligence makes it 20 interviews. Julian Joseph, a former Salesforce employee who was laid off twice in a year, tried a unique way to land interviews. Artificial intelligence is clearly paving the way for companies, talents, and recruits to find a common ground. At last, this is a famous quotation by Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, whose birth anniversary is 14 April 1891 up to 6 December 1956. Was an Indian jurist, economist, social reformer, and a political leader who headed the committee of drafting the Constitution of India from Constituent Assembly debates, served as the law and justice minister in the first cabinet of the Jawaharlal Nehru, and inspired the Dalit Buddhist movement after renouncing Hinduism. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar says a famous quotation. He says that however good a constitution may be, If those who are implementing it are not good, it will prove to be bad. However bad a constitution may be, if those implementing it are good, it will prove to be good. Okay, thank you.